Okay, coming up today on the stretch, Connor Bedard gets his deal, the start of the second half in baseball, and an interview with Doug Flutie. Great show. Let's get into it. Before we do, I want to talk about a new movie coming out with Jason Statham. He stars in Mutiny. It's a die-hard type of movie on a boat. Sounds pretty sick. Statham?
Statham.
I've always said Statham with my friends.
I think
it's
you've been
Jason
wrong for
Statham,
years.
And Jason Statham is an unbelievable actor. One of the great movies of our time is called Death Race. He starred in that. This is going to be a hit, Ed.
From the director of Plane, from the star of The Beekeeper, The Meg, and The Expendables, A One-Man Army. Expose an international conspiracy, uncover a human ring of trafficking from one of the most defining action stars of the last 25 years. Mutiny, only in theaters August 21st. I'm excited for it, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Awesome. All right.
Great summer flick.
Very much so. All right, let's get into the show. All right, everybody, welcome to the stretch. Here's where we will start. Connor Bedard gets his deal, 5 years, 15 AAV. So, Chief, the floor is yours.
Great deal. I think, the Hawks probably wanted 7. He gets 5. I think it's perfect, especially after the Carlson signed the offer sheet, $18 million a year. I think everyone was like, oh, fuck, like he's going to go for the bag, because he could have asked for anything and gotten it from the Hawks, because if they let him go to an offer sheet, they would have had to start over. So the fact that he was just like, nope, I'm signing $15 million a year. He's the highest paid player, biggest contract in Blackhawks history, but it is a very team-friendly deal. He even said in a statement through his agent, like, wanted enough money to go around for all like the young prospects, believes in the project, believes in all of his teammates. So I think they'll put the C on his chest now whenever he comes back healthy from this shoulder surgery. So all like the angst and the people hating on Kyle Davidson, like, got a very good deal done. And then Bedard will be a free agent again when he's 26 and the cap is even higher, and he'll cash in huge, I would imagine, at that point. But the official quote from his agent was, Connor's very happy. He always was committed and has made it clear that he's very happy in Chicago. He really believes in his teammates, and he doesn't suffer any constructive criticism of the team or his teammates as well. He doesn't tolerate that. He believes he's totally committed. And I think that's clear, and the Hawks committed to him. I would be shocked if he's not the captain, and there's some kind of announcement coming later this year.
Were people hating on him for Bedard, or because of the Byram deal and just the state of the rebuild in general?
I think it's a lot of things. Like, oh, why can't you? You should have got this deal done. When he was still technically under contract, because he got to restricted free agency.
Mm-hmm. So what does it matter though?
What does it
so
matter?
Long as it's
probably get him a little bit of discount if they
if they had done, but like even this is a discount now.
What's the highest paid player in the league right now?
It's
Leo.
It's Leo Carlson.
18.
Yeah. He just signed it. So he was picked one pick after Bedard in that same draft in 2023.
What does McDavid make?
He signed that
hometown
discount for $12.5.
Oh, wow.
But Leo's such an anomaly because it's just an offer sheet match.
Yeah. So and now they got to pay Gauthier. Like, the Ducks sneaky are going to be up against it for a couple of years. The Hawks are in a much better spot. So there's plenty of money to go around even right now, because they're going to have to pay Rinzel. He won't get a ton. Same thing with Levshinov. Hopefully Kanserov is worth it. Hopefully Frondel's worth it. And even as things sit right now with the cap going up and his contract on the books, they have $16 million in cap space. Contracts like Ryan Ellis coming off the books. They just signed Ian Cole. He'll be off the books. Bertuzzi, all these guys. So like they have set themselves up here now for like a good 5-year run. So they have enough money and draft prospects and whatever. If they wanted to go get another big ticket guy, they absolutely have the ability to do so. They just have to be good on the ice. So now I think it's,
I was going to say the hard part.
Yeah. So hopefully Kane makes up his mind and comes back. And
where's he deciding between?
So we said it a couple weeks ago here, and then Chelio said it last week on the Score or something, that he's down to
I read it even
Chicago
last night.
and Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo, yeah.
Someone told me that Toronto's in the mix too. I don't really think that's true. I think he's really down to here in Buffalo, and
His two homes.
The problem with Buffalo is that they don't really have a spot for him right now, but there's a lot of speculation that they're going to flip a couple of guys like a Jack Quinn or whoever, go get Connor Hellebuck from Winnipeg, and then that would open up a spot for Kane. So I don't know if he's waiting on that. That's all kind of speculation out there. But like he would, at least to start the year, he'd probably be on the top line. Bedard comes back, they reshuffle things. But I mean, a power play with Kane coming downhill on the left, Bedard on the right, and Byram kind of pulling the strings, it would be fucking incredible. So I hope he does it, because I think that like the optimist in me is like, if Frondell and Kanserov split Rookie of the Year votes and the D take a jump and Kane and Bedard are here and they're cooking, then we're a pretty good team. Like we should be in the mix for the wild card. But like this was like the first domino that had to fall, and Bedard taken well below market value. He could have got $20 million. Like if he asked for $20 million and like dug his heels in, Davidson would have had to give it to him.
Right.
That's why I think people that are a little upset about the years are dumb. It was a compromise. Like he took less AAV for less years, or like he
could be free agent, double dipping.
Exactly.
Right.
So it worked out for him, worked out for the Hawks because he took less AAV.
Yeah, and he had to like he wanted 4, because that would have like bought out, like if you signed, I think it's like a deal if he signed a 3, he would have been a restricted free agent again the next time. So signing a 4 gets him to unrestricted when he would have been 25. He tacked another year on to that, took a big legitimately huge fucking discount, because Carlson just set the market, and there were reports that like Carlson, Fantilli, Bedard, Celebrini, who's now eligible for a contract, they're all kind of like waiting for somebody to set the market. Mm-hmm. Carlson did it. And then Bedard's like, no, I don't care. I'm taking $3 million a year less than that. So credit to him.
He left $25 million on the table, it sounds like.
Yeah, he'll get it. And like the other thing, like he'll make it up too, because Carlson plays in LA Anaheim for the Ducks. Bedard's in an original 6 franchise, huge city. He's like behind McDavid and Crosby. He's like the most famous guy in Canada. So he gets like the Bell Tire ads and all that kind of shit up north. So like he's making more money on the side than Leo Carlson ever would. Mm-hmm. So he's in a position where he can take a little bit of a discount, but guys just aren't doing that. Everybody's kind of going for the max, with the exception of McDavid and now Connor Bedard. So great deal. I'm like, it got me fired up. It got me fired up for the season. Obviously he's not going to be back until November.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's like, if you get Kane in here and you can kind of tread water for the first month, and then he comes back in and you're ready to go, that would be...
How hopeful are you, though, that Kane comes here?
Yeah.
Is there like a deal that like you obviously are more plugged in than any of us, but like it feels like Kane would be like prime for a like ambassador to the team type of deal once he retires. So it's like this would make sense. Not that you can do that straight up, but like if he were going to work, or even working in a front office, if he was going to do any team, it'd probably be us.
Yeah, I think he's so famous and so like connected that he could do it anywhere.
Right. But he does still have a home here.
For sure. He's got 2 homes.
Right.
He's got the Lake Forest home, and he still has a place downtown. He lives here. He trains here. He's at the Blackhawks Ice Center 5 days a week. That's where like Chelios cornered him, basically, is what it sounds like. Tell me where you're going. And so like it makes sense. But like the other thing, that like the ambassador thing, like that's all whatever. Like he might be able to get that. He's still basically a point per game guy.
Right,
like,
right. No, I'm talking about in the future. I'm
Yeah.
saying like if you're thinking about what you're going to do once you retire,
and
he's kind of a seamless transition.
And he's talked about like when we had him here last summer, like he wants to be involved in hockey and youth hockey and all these other things post his career. And I don't think this is going to be a 1-year deal either.
Right.
I think it's a multi-year, 2, maybe 3-year deal. And then, see how he feels after that. But he does, because his brain is so elite, he's never been like a guy relied on foot speed. I've kind of compared it to like the Messi Ronaldo, where Ronaldo fell off a cliff because he was such a physical freak, and Messi's still awesome because he just thinks the game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kane's kind of like that Messi mold. And I think that he would like, it's not just like it's a nice story.
Yeah.
He
He's
really
actually someone
helps
who
the team.
Help.
So, and they need more like top end players in the top 6. So it would be an unbelievable story.
What do you think and what is the timeline of when you think it'll happen by, and what are the odds?
Probably right after we stop recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
All right. So Patrick Kane, you get key card to the office, full ice cream, golf
He
simulator.
doesn't put that in his
Yes.
body, I don't think.
Yeah. Well,
Golf
I'm just
simulator,
saying.
yeah,
Well, maybe
that's
his
a
kids want ice cream.
Yeah,
PK3.
Reese's Lounge.
PK3, yeah.
Reese's Lounge, full Reese's Lounge access. What else?
PK3
Planet
internship.
Fitness.
Yeah.
We got-
Planet
we
Fitness.
could get a little
Yep.
lift in.
Eddie's doing delivery service now. I think. Right?
Yeah,
You will be his
And
personal
weekly
delivery guy.
banana bread from White Sox.
Dave,
Dave.
I can
That's
promise that. I
Yep.
can promise
in.
that.
I'll drive him around. I'll babysit. I'll do whatever it takes. Just like get him back here, because it would be great.
Free power
Like-
washing for life too.
Power wash.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
Lance.
go.
Power
Both,
wash.
I'll throw that in. there.
both properties.
Yes.
Any property.
Any property.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll fire Mincy if you want me to. Imagine if he was like, I'm in. Got to get rid of Mincy. Done.
Deal.
That was a sticking point.
Yeah. So it's like it was a good day over the weekend when that went official. I think it was Saturday. So, and it was like that was like a lingering thing. It was like what the, and it's like been lingering since this time last year because he was eligible this time last year. Like what the fuck is going on? And then he did kind of bet on himself and cashed in because he had to he took a giant leap last year.
Do you think that the injury had anything to do with him being like, you know what, I'm just going to take this money and like.
I think the shoulder, that's the thing. Like I think he's got two bad shoulders. Actually.
Yeah.
So
It's like just take the money and not play this game back and forth anymore.
maybe. I think that the timing of it kind of makes sense regardless.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
had, it was getting time. Like camp's not that far away.
Right.
Like, not that he's participating in that, but it was time to get this done.
Yeah.
And it sounds like the number was always 15, and it was just 4 versus 7. And they met in the middle. He got the 5, so he'll cash in again because the cap's going up, I think, another 25 million in the next 5 years. So, and they're probably going to have another expansion team or 2 in the next 5 years, so maybe it's even higher than that. And then, so I think that this was we have our guy. He'll be the captain, and hopefully, the pieces around him really blossom the way that he did this past year. And, you got Kanserov in. They're super high internally on Kanserov. He just led the KHL in scoring. So he put up Kirill Kaprizov, better than Kirill Kaprizov at the same age in that league. So we'll see. And then, it's all these guys are starting to it's full year of Frondell, Nazar, Moore. And it's if everybody starts clicking, then they could be an okay team.
All right.
There we
Patrick
go.
Kane.
Exciting.
Yeah.
It is.
It is
Would be
crazy
so
that
awesome.
when does
really
training
sad.
camp open? The first game's the 29th,
August,
I think.
end of
it is.
August.
End of
yeah.
August, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the season
September
starts.
29th.
Yeah, season starts a little early.
That-
this year.
October I can deal with, not September.
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah. It's okay.
I mean,
It's not your
you won't be paying attention anyways.
I won't be because I'll have 2.5, 3 teams to pay attention to at that time.
That's true.
2.5, 3 teams.
Yeah.
Whoever.
Northwestern
White
football?
Sox. Well, so 3.5, 4 teams.
What? List
half,
teams.
half the Cubs.
Oh,
Watching them
okay.
from
you're-
a distance.
yeah, yeah,
Not a distance.
You're just
Yeah.
who's ever playing against the Cubs.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Yeah, Northwestern, Bears, Sox, whoever's playing the Cubs. It's been an awesome summer of
Yeah,
baseball.
You could just watch the Blackhawks and be like, I don't care about the Cubs.
It's September though.
Yeah.
I can't watch ice hockey
Yeah.
in September. Might
Well,
be
they don't
90
play
degrees.
actual games.
Yeah, September 29th is the first
The
game.
first
of the year.
game.
I mean,
yeah.
but that's the very end of September. You
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, you can make.
So, I'll watch.
watch opening night.
Opening night is actually
Yeah.
fun.
It
Yeah.
is.
I do like
It
opening
is.
I
night.
mean, opening night with 88 out there.
Yeah, if Kane's back, then
There's
Then
usually-
you're back.
yeah.
There's
So
like
there-
a 7-3 game, I feel, every opening night for some reason. All right, on that note, second half of the season is underway. But before, were you mad Vargas didn't get MVP?
Yeah, yes and no. I'll say this. I was mad. I wasn't mad. Overall, I was really happy with the amount of love the White Sox got on the national stage last week because they did get a lot of love. Obviously, Murakami brings in the Japanese eyeballs. He just brings in eyeballs in general because he's a stud. But I thought the All Star Game was fantastic and I don't get up for exhibition anything really. But the fanfare and the pageantry around it gave me chills but as far as the game goes,
Too many fireworks?
With the what?
what?
Didn't finish it. The pageantry and then you went to the next thing.
I don't know, I said something then I lost my train of thought.
Fireworks, you might have said.
He's struggling
with the Sandlot.
I didn't like that.
You did. How did you not like that?
The whole point of the Sandlot is that it's July 4th and they play because they don't have lights. They play under the fireworks. It's July 17th and there's lights.
Okay, talk to the commissioner and have it on the 4th of July weekend.
Also,
I think people would agree with that.
I don't understand. So
I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
And I'm not a people should like whatever they like. So don't listen to me if you. I'm not like standing on a soapbox being like you can't like this.
Understood.
I don't really give a fuck. It went on a little too long. It's also just weird to me. Like, is our nostalgia for baseball in America is based on a movie?
That's not even like that old.
But do you know what I mean? Like that. Like, shouldn't it be based on actually? Baseball in America.
I mean, they just did the Iowa game.
They wiped out all of our youth.
Yeah,
era.
It's true.
They wiped,
you're right.
True.
You're right.
Yes,
this is what they have to do when you can't talk about steroids.
Yeah. Could you imagine if if they teamed up with a steroid guy for like the home run derby or something?
Yeah. No, you're right. It's a good point.
Eventually, I think they're going to start leaning into that more. Why would they not? Why get a home run?
I don't think they will.
Really?
Someone
no, because they're not. They're just pretending they don't exist.
It is.
I mean, I guess Barry Bonds was on the Netflix project.
He was not good. I was just
horrible.
happy he was there.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
He could have sat there and grunted.
He's
I would
the
have been
best baseball player of all time.
Exactly. I was so happy just to see him.
Yeah. All right, so that's a fair point. Yeah, no, I just thought that part went a little long, but I don't. Again, it's not a big. And I also was duped. I thought Ray Charles was still alive. Not my fault.
You thought that was actually...
Yeah, at the beginning, I was like, oh, wow, Ray Charles, that's fucking awesome. He's still alive. And then when they ended it and he was, standing up in Milwaukee and it was clearly 20 years ago.
Yeah.
God damn it. That was stupid, man. Stevie Wonder is still alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
You said too many fireworks, I saw.
There was too many fireworks.
Okay, but...
It was so many fireworks.
I enjoyed it. I think if you're going to shit on baseball all the time, Manfred sucks, he never does anything to promote the game.
Which I don't.
Oh,
I'm
not saying it's
I
you.
actually think Manfred's done a great job, and I actually think baseball's in a better spot than it's been in a long time.
I agree, and I think it's kind of lazy.
Until
and just
the lockout.
People are repeating what, an old, an old trope.
Right.
They're not paying attention.
No, I agree.
If they say that.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that they went over the top for it.
Yeah.
Because it was $250.
And there was also
in Philly.
I love the fact that they went back to I don't know if this last year was like this, but I love that they wore the regular uniforms. I think that always should be the case, where it's like the home whites and the road grays, not some weird fucking uniform
All-Star
that no one
jersey.
has any any affinity towards. Minor complaints, but overall, home run derby was great. Thought the rule changes were great.
I hated them until they started it, and then I'm like, okay, this is better.
Yeah. Literally just too many fireworks, which, again, if that's the complaint, then baseball's in a good spot.
If there's a lot of dogs in the area of Phillies Park, then I could get around that.
I just was there's so much smoke now. How are they going to keep playing the game? But they did.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams took 2 out of 3 over the weekend.
Here's a shitty feeling that I had over the weekend. I was in a juxtaposition in my head that because the Twins are really hot going into that series. Obviously, there was the break that can change things, but I kind of needed, and I need them to win this week. I needed the Cubs to win this series, and I need the Cubs to win this next series.
You need to help
Detroit,
you out.
right?
Yeah.
Which
got you.
It's weird because typically if it was Detroit versus the Cubs, I'd be like, go Tigers. Not right now. I can't because I need the Cubs to fucking win, and I'm at a mental pretzel right now.
Don't be
with it. No, I'm
it's pretty simple. You want your team should whatever's best for your team.
That is correct.
Yeah.
However, the White Sox need to just keep winning games.
Yeah.
They control their own destiny. They're in first place. Just keep winning games, and the rest will take care of
itself.
itself.
Control your own destiny. In
They do.
Yeah, that's true.
They do. They're
They're
sole possession of first place.
Mm-hmm.
And expectations have changed. The expectation is to win the division absolutely right now. It's gonna be a fun 2 months. I think the White Sox are gonna edge them out there. Finally, you were hearing some names trickle out in the media through Heyman and other guys. Nightingale had a quote that the Sox head honchos, their top scouts were in New York last night watching the Mets. I don't know if they were in New York, but it's weird that we're sitting here on July 20th and
the Sox might do something.
The Sox are going to be
there you go, buyers.
Something. They are going to be buyers.
Hell yeah.
They're going to be buyers. It's crazy. I would have guessed at 5-6 months ago that at this point of the season we'd be talking about trading Davis Martin, probably Sean Burke, a whole bunch of guys. Like, all right, let's build for 2033. But nope.
I mean, Sean Burke's like best pitcher in the American
He's
League.
Awesome.
Basically.
There we go.
He's awesome right now.
Cubs notes Tyon is reportedly returning this series against the Tigers.
Is that a good thing?
Great.
Yeah,
Anyone?
They
Yes.
gotta have
Yes.
someone throw. Yeah.
Yes.
because like he's going to replace either Ray or Assad. Probably Assad right now.
Yeah.
But still, you need Assad in the bullpen.
Yeah.
This is all good things. Edward Cabrera, second week of August, which is it's late July. Like that's
Yeah.
going to be here sooner than we think. That's
Yep.
a good thing. So like things are slowly, guys are starting to come back.
Yeah, and we're hitting.
Yeah.
That's the big
Bregman.
turnaround.
Bregman's starting to
Seiya.
get- Yeah.
Like all these. Nico had a big game.
Nico had a huge game. Yeah.
Yep. Palencia reportedly mid-August. So
Yeah.
just
PCA was awesome in the field. That double play that the Twins looked so stupid. That was all because of PCA
Yeah.
and the respect that he gets
for sure.
for these type of moments.
For sure. So all
You
good
looking
things.
it up.
Yeah.
Great start.
It would probably be under Twins double play because they fucked up.
I'll find it.
All right. Well, you find it before we get into Flutie. I want to. This happened.
Well, we got to talk about 2016.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
that was the. I mean, it was a cool weekend.
Mhm.
All the guys coming back. They have the gate and
On Waveland. there.
right there.
Mhm.
It why am I blanking?
Championship.
Yeah,
game.
No,
Champions
but
Gate.
what's the Gallagher way?
Gallagher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool seeing everyone. I had like mixed emotions of it. It's so weird because it's like 10 years went by so fast.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And it's this weird emotion of like, I feel like some of these guys should still be playing. So it's like weird to see a lot of these guys and be like, damn, that was, it is really over kind of thing,
Well, some of them are though. Like I don't like 10 years is still like Bryant couldn't because he's still in the league.
Yeah, but not a lot. It's Schwarber, Bryant,
Baez.
Contreras, and Baez.
Yeah,
That's
which-
it.
Yeah. So like
Contreras was an all-star. He
Yeah.
was good.
Schwarber's obviously an all-star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baez, he fell off a cliff again, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just that was kind of weird to me. I was like, fuck, man. I guess it really has been 10
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
It just goes by so fast. Whereas like it didn't feel like 10 years.
Especially some of the I know David Ross is old as fuck. He looks kind of the same.
Yeah.
And Rizzo
Also-
looks kind of the same.
By the way, shout out to David Ross. Like he might be the greatest dude ever. The fact that he
That he even came.
came back,
Yeah.
did the show on Thursday night, put on the jersey, did like the Cubs fucked him.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, it was probably the right move. Just, it wasn't going well as him manager, but the way it happened was dirty.
Yeah.
And how they did it was knifing him in the back and everyone else finding out right when he found out. And he's just the consummate pro and great dude and
Yeah.
it was cool. And it was cool seeing Rizzo kind of get his flowers as like they never actually put a C. He was never actually the captain, but he is the captain of that
Yep.
team, wearing the old jersey, got another ball. It was nuts.
Yeah.
So it was cool. It was
Yeah.
a cool weekend.
Yeah.
Theo with the Twinkle Dee, Twinkle Dum
Yeah.
shirt.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that too because that happened on Tuesday after we recorded. But I mean,
That- on Monday, yeah, yeah.
That was laugh out
Monday.
loud.
Yeah.
Bruce Levine, to his
Yeah.
credit, actually is kind of owning it a little. Did you hear that?
I didn't see
Uh-uh.
that.
I didn't see
He
that
did
either.
so well. He
deleted it.
apologized to them. He apologized to Jed and Carter, our GM and Jed Hoyer. Had everything. And then in the post game interview, I think it was Sunday, Nico got player of the series or something, gets like a free dinner at Chicago Cut, and Bruce Levine said on air, he was interviewing him, he's like, and you're going to go to Chicago Cut with your wife? He's like, I would love an invite. It's been a tough week for me. So he's at least leaning into one of the all-time dumbest tweets.
It took me like 2 or 3. Do you have the screenshot? Times I'm like, he is talking about the front office.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Because he can't type.
Yeah.
But it was laugh out loud funny. If I'm Jed or Carter, though, obviously he's old man Bruce Levine. He's been around he'll be here long after they're here probably. I'm telling him to fuck off and never come back here.
I don't know. Those guys I think they have good senses of humor. Like Jed and Carter. I think they realize they don't.
They know
Doesn't
it's
matter.
you got to know
at
if you're sitting in the seats that they're in, of course the media is going to bash you.
Gotta have thick
But
skin.
that was
The only part that I would be upset about if I were one of them is who's the coach they're talking to.
Yes.
And is it
Yes.
going back and forth?
Yes.
I do not think it was Craig Counsell. I'm almost sure because he didn't. I just don't think it was Craig Counsell. I think it was someone else. So
I don't think you say that though unless you know the other person's
yeah,
on
no,
the
of
same
course,
side
of
as
course,
you.
Yeah.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah. Well, but that's also. I mean, you also. I think Jed and Carter probably don't give a fuck. Honestly, because they like it sounded like
fine.
probably a coach was venting last year that they didn't do. I mean, we all vented last year when they didn't do anything at the deadline, right? Like that was a very well known, thing that we were upset about. So, yeah, I think they're like, hey, man, this guy's so stupid. Like, how dumb is that?
Yeah, I agree. I doubt they care.
No.
Yeah.
So
They have good senses of humor. I know both those guys a little bit, and like they're not like robots.
Yeah.
Jed was a Barstool guy.
Yeah. And I've talked to Carter. I mean, we're actually doing something for the Fur Ball. We did an auction. I'm gonna go to Wednesday night's game with Carter.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they don't get fucked like they did last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then. We can get into Doug Flutie. Dave, you want to whoosh us over?
Whoosh.
Hey, let's take a quick break here. I want to talk about Chicagoland Chevy Dealers. Listen, guys, you guys know summer's here. It's almost August. And if you haven't made the move into a new Chevy yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Chevy drives Chicago all year round. The Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers have what you want and what you need. Whether you are in need of a new truck, new SUV, new mom or dad ride like the all-new Traverse, we have it here for you. Head to your local Chevy dealer and learn more about what your next ride could be today. On that note, mom and dad ride Traverse, go check out our social medias on the Barstool Chicago account. We revealed the winners of who won a Chevy, and they picked out a good one. They
The
got a white
Traverse is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
That new style, I was a little unfamiliar. It is so sick.
Sharp.
Yes. It's a great car. So go check that out. New Traverse.
I was a little jealous.
that Traverse? Yeah, it's nice. So we did give that car away, guys. So it's out there. Thank you to them for entering to win. They said it was so easy, like we told you guys. So now they're on the hands of a new Chevy. So head to your local Chevy dealer and learn more about what your next ride could be today. Go get yourself a Traverse or a Blazer or whatever you're thinking. Just make sure you're driving Chevy. Also, guys, Jason Statham stars in Mutiny. It's a die-hard type of movie on a boat. From the director of Plane, from the star of The Beekeeper, The Meg, and The Expendables, a one-man army expose an international conspiracy, uncover a human trafficking ring, and from one of the most defining action stars of the last 25 years.
Oh yeah, he's the man.
He is the man. The Expendables. I mean, if you're not an action star in The Expendables,
Yeah.
you're not. You're not in.
He's got that look to
Yes,
him
exactly.
too.
He's a tough guy.
He's great. I think a lot of Barstool people are going to check it out on a boat.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, there's a premiere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you going?
I can't make it, unfortunately,
I
but
can't either. I'm very disappointed.
I know.
People do
So am
weird
I.
stuff.
To watch like a boat action movie on a boat sounds sick. So go check that out. Mutiny, only in theaters August 21st. Jason Statham. It's Die Hard on a boat. Literally, I don't think you could have a better tagline than that.
Yeah.
Die Hard on a boat, Dave.
I'm sold.
Die Hard on a boat. Go check it out one more time. That's August 21st. Mutiny in theaters. Okay, now we are in the interview portion of the show. We are joined by football legend Doug Flutie. Doug, thank you for joining the show.
Thank you for having me. Great to be back in Chicago.
Yeah. Welcome back.
So one of our guys is out today. He usually sits here. It's great to have you take his spot. If you want to take it full time, the offer's on.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
where do I sign? Let's do it. I got in yesterday, and on the way to the hotel, we drove by Pizzeria Uno, the original Mike Sewell's place.
Yep.
And I hadn't been there since I was with the Bears in the late 80s or
Uh-huh.
whatever. And I'm like, as soon as I got it to, I turned around and walked back and went to Uno's. I got 2 pies. They were in the room. I ate pizza for breakfast. I was back in Chicago.
There you go. Welcome. What's it like being back? Do you enjoy it? Do you have bad memories, good memories? What's it like?
The football memories were sketchy for me. I came in late. I played like 1 or 2 games and we got beat in the playoffs. So, yeah, it was Jim's team. It was the Bears that won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That was disappointing. That part of it was disappointing.
Yeah.
But I loved Chicago. I loved being here. This is a really, really cool town.
Mm-hmm.
Do you look at the
City.
Yeah.
Town. Boston's a town. Yeah,
This is a city.
When we talk
Yeah.
about Boston, we talk about Boston.
Do you look at the NFL today and be like, man, I was born at the wrong time?
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. It's like, oh my God, shotgun deep guys falling away and throwing, like the little guys running RPOs and the quarterbacks running quarterback design runs. And I'm like, this is what we did in Canada. When I left the NFL and went to Canada for 8 years, that's what we started doing.
Mm-hmm.
We did the RPO game. We didn't call it RPO. We just said, hey, if you're open, I'm throwing it to you. Screw the run. You know, it's like we ran
in the huddle.
In the huddle, we were running like shovel passes, which is kind of option football. And a guy would come off the slot, and I'd break it up in there. I get 5 yards, and the guy come off the slot. I go, he can't do that. He's got to cover you.
Yeah,
just run in the flat. If he comes off, I'll throw you the ball. You know, and the rules for linemen being downfield in the CFL were a little more liberal.
Okay.
Like they could be 3 yards. And if they weren't engaged with a defender, they could be anywhere. So you got away with that.
Yeah.
That you're holding the ball this much longer.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. No, I mean.
So, when I see the NFL game now and guys, number one, they can't hit you like they used to.
That's true, too.
And the fact that everybody's in shotgun, the vision, the size, the height wouldn't have been as big a deal.
Yeah, because Caleb's barely 6 feet.
Is he?
Yeah, like barely.
No, he's a bigger guy.
No.
Yeah. He's over 6 foot for sure.
I don't think so, man.
Caleb Williams? Oh, yeah.
You
like
they list him at 6'1", which means he's less than that.
Well,
Yeah.
with the fro, remember?
Yeah.
He's 6'4" with the fro.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Fletch.
So what was it like on those teams? Obviously, like that, the Bears, the defense was so good.
Oh, the one thing I will say about that was it was the year after the Super Bowl, and they all had their own endorsement stuff going on and their appearances and that was kind of a competitive thing in the locker room with those guys, and they get pissed if somebody else was making more money. It was just a weird dynamic because there were so many personalities and all that end of it. The team was exceptional because I came in, I didn't know the offense. Everything was opposite. Evens were left and odds were right. And I had to like slow down and think even to run a damn running play.
Okay.
And we were still competitive. It was like with a quarterback here for 10 days. And I mean, you still had Walter tailback. You had an unbelievable defense. I think the team was 14-2 during the regular season. It was still a great football team. Just Jim got banged up.
Was that the Charles Martin year? Is that when you came in?
I don't
know.
think so.
When the cheap, I'm talking about the cheap shot from the Packer.
Oh yeah. I think it was.
Yeah,
In fact, that was the day that I was signing and came in. I was not on the field for that game. I was up in the box. I had just gotten to Chicago and watched that
Still a play that's lived in infamy.
Yeah,
Obviously.
the bounty game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I saw, Jim and I butted heads back then and all that, but we've played some golf together over the years, Tahoe event, other things, and just saw him. He's looking a lot better. Like he had a foot surgery that went.
We actually were with him the day after
he had the surgery.
Yeah,
we went to his house to interview him. I've never
Arizona.
seen someone in as much pain as him.
it was.
Well,
like
he was at the point to me. He's like he's fighting all these infections and coming back from it. He's like, just cut the damn thing off. Yeah, he was like done. He's like, I've had it, but the last time I saw him, he was walking pretty good on it.
Good.
What did you guys butt heads about?
Well, it was just that it was his team. And I was coming in late. The team wasn't real happy that we were signing an outside guy. Tom Zach and Steve Fuller were there as backups. And Jim thought, they deserved the opportunity first. Dick at the time didn't have the confidence in them to get it done. I was available, signed me. I come in. I played well at the end of the year, a game in Dallas or whatever. So he started me in the playoffs. And Jim just had a lot of comments publicly to say, things to say about it, which made my life kind of tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was your relationship with Ditka like? What was that conversation?
That unfortunately, it was good and bad. It was great. My relationship with Ditka was great. He was nice to me. He believed in me and really wanted me to do well. And like I said, I had just come in end of the season. I'm staying in a hotel. I'm by myself. So he invited me over to the house Thanksgiving dinner. Well, that threw a big red flag up too. It's like, what the hell? I've been on this team for 5 years. Dick never invited me over to the house. Blah, 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 blah. So it was just, he was great to me, gave me a great opportunity. The following year, things were really uncomfortable. And I was on the roster and, I went to him. He said, if you want to be here, you're here. And I said, yeah, I think it'd be better be traded. And I ended up going to New England.
Really?
Yeah.
Was there anyone that kind of welcomed you in that made you feel comfortable, or what?
No, the guys that were great were, well, Walter. Walter was awesome. Walter Payton. I love him. Willie Galt and I still get along great and play some golf and do whatever. Neil Anderson was really cool. I'm trying to think of some of the younger guys. But, there was my little circle that I got along with great. And everything was good, and then there were these just huge personalities.
Yeah.
That whole defensive line, everything.
Well, it's funny you bring up that they
and
were,
Mike Singletary, Mike's great.
Yeah.
leader.
Last guy.
You bring up that they were fighting over endorsements. I wish someone would have just shook them and been like, "Hey, there's going to be 40 plus years of this because they're not going to win again."
Yeah.
I mean, those guys are still
doing car dealership.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Radio.
going to be there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I wish someone would have told them, like, you will all have opportunities.
Chill. You'll be making more in 2008 than 1980.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what was cool? What was really cool during that time period in the NFL, because I did it both here in Chicago and in New England when I went there in the late 80s. We played off-season basketball games. Now, salaries weren't anywhere near where they are, right?
Yeah.
So we go play these charity basketball games and get paid cash on the side. They would and it was just, and you didn't need to pay us for it. We were just having fun.
Yeah.
It's like we're getting together. We're playing we were in New England playing one, and we played the high school state championship team, and they were good. And our guys got pissed. We were down by like 6 to 10 points most of the game. Come the fourth quarter, our guys start banging and throwing the kids around, and we're not going to lose this.
Yeah.
But they get real competitive. That was a fun time. Now, geez, that's taboo. You can't do anything though.
Yeah.
Injury.
We have Jason Williams, White Chocolate. Remember him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So he works for us now. And he was saying that he had in his contract a love of the game clause when he was with Orlando, that because he wasn't like playing a lot, so he would just go and play pickup basketball for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it my whole career.
Yeah.
I did it my whole career. Play pickup basketball, go skiing. If you took all the pickup basketball, all the snow skiing, all the stupid stuff I did that's your life,
Yeah.
right? The love of the game.
Yeah.
I enjoyed all that. It's like, you know what? If I get injured, I'll do something else. That was my attitude.
Yeah.
If something happens, I get injured, I'll go do something else.
And you said you threw your first touchdown pass to Walter?
To Walter. I checked to a sprint out to the left versus blitz. And the combination is the slot. It's going to run a deep corner out. The outside guy runs a sit route. Well, I sprint left, and we were in a formation where it wasn't a wide receiver. It was Walter running the corner.
Okay.
Of course, I don't know the offense that well, so I put him in a position where he's running a deep corner route. Walter runs it. I come out to the left, throw it up over the top. It was against Tampa. It was here in Chicago. And I threw a really nice ball, but it was, he was kind of well covered. The ball had to go up over the top. Walter Payton, a running back, running a downfield, high-angle corner route, over the top, catches it, drags his feet in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown. It was just, that's Walter, right?
So you would say he's a good athlete?
Yeah. Is he the
I
best
say-
athlete you've ever played with?
I got to say yes.
Yeah.
I played with LaDainian Tomlinson,
Yeah.
and they did a piece on him, and they interviewed me. I said I compared him to Walter. It's like LaDainian ran routes like a wide receiver, caught the ball out of the backfield great. He was a phenomenal tailback, obviously, could do pass protection and could throw the ball. And LaDainian threw a bunch of touchdowns. And like Walter could play quarterback and throw the ball. He could do this. It was awesome. He was so dynamic. And I loved, he was towards the end of his career. I was really young, so I idolized him anyway, Walter, going into it. And yeah, it was fun to be on the same field for sure.
So yeah, not to make you mad, but the guy I tried to trade you for at the beginning of the show, who's not here today, he said Walter Payton was not a great athlete.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hence the chair's open.
Was really impressive, but Walter wasn't the biggest, right?
Yeah.
But he ran tough, and he used his forearms. He'd lower his head and shoulders, use that forearm and shiver and push the guy. He had scars up and down his forearms, but he was his forearms were just bulging, massive, strong. And Walter was a man.
Yeah.
Loved him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I was only around him for really a year.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Yeah. What was it like coming back from Canada? Had the league changed that much already in your time? Because you
know
the
what?
Bills, and you were I'm like, oh, this guy, like, how was he not in the NFL the entire time?
Yeah. No, the game hadn't changed yet. I was still under center a lot, the majority of the time when I got to Buffalo. The difference for me was my confidence level. I went up to Canada. I called a lot of my own plays. By the end of it, I was putting in my own offense.
Went to the RPO.
And running. Remind me of that. I got to get to it. So when I got to Buffalo, I was just much more confident and had input in the offense and knew what I did well. And wasn't so like trying to be perfect.
Yeah.
I started backing out instead of sprinting out so that I could see better and drift and do these just little things that I had to do instinctively that I didn't realize I had to do to be successful. And we did add some empty stuff, some spread stuff, but you know what changed, which was amazing. When I came back, I was in my mid to late 30s. I could still run a 4.5 40. And when I left the NFL, only defensive backs and wide receivers were as fast as me on the field, right? That was it. I come back in 98, freaking defensive ends are running 4.3s at the combine, and linebackers are 4.4 and more. I'm like, what the hell are these guys taking? Yeah. That's all. That was different. Offensive linemen had gone from when I left and went. Our line, I remember in New England averaged like 265 to 275. When I got back, the average offensive line was 330. And it wasn't fat. It was lean, leaner.
It was, yeah. Who's the defensive end that you see in your nightmares?
We were just talking. Reggie White.
Yeah.
Richard Dent, you couldn't block Richard, right? You just couldn't block him. But Reggie was just a force. He was the strongest, and I don't think he was weight room strong. I don't know that.
Functional strength.
It was just like this guy was throwing bales of hay out on the farm or something for years. That type of strong. Yeah. He broke my collarbone. We were USFL. He was with the Memphis Showboats, USFL days. And I was rolling my left. It was like 3rd and long, and I was trying to stay behind the line of scrimmage and keep my eyes upfield. And all of a sudden, he wrapped my arms and pinned him. Lifted, drove my left shoulder into the turf, and it's that old turf, and I just snapped my collarbone, separated shoulder. So I'm talking with Phil Simms one day, but he's like, he did the same damn thing to me, the exact same move. And he did it to someone else too. It was like a go-to move.
Yeah, he had it.
Yeah, it was a finisher move.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, but that RPO stuff?
Yeah.
So the whole RPO thing, Damon Allen, Marcus Allen's younger brother, was a quarterback for years, great quarterback in the CFL. Really athletic kid. They ran their entire run game in Edmonton out of the shotgun. And he would stick the ball in the belly. If that defensive end crashed, he'd pull it and run a naked bootleg off it. And I'm like, I'm watching film. I'm like, I can do that.
Yeah.
So I started doing it. And then, like I said, the guy would come off the slot receiver and make the tackle for a 5-yard gain. I'm like, well, screw that. You run a fade and you go to the flat and just hang out there.
Yeah.
And we just started doing it. And when I'd call a quarterback draw, if you didn't get the look, rather than audibilizing, I'd call a wide receiver screen over here, and on the other side, I'd put a quick man route, like a flat and a slant, and call the quarterback draw, and then just decide where to go with the ball.
So
it wasn't like written.
Yeah, it was kind of backyard football.
Yeah, it was backyard football.
Yeah, was that the most fun you had playing football?
No doubt.
Yeah,
especially by the time I got to Toronto, which was I played 8 years up there. I had 4 great years in Calgary. But when I got to Toronto, the head coach was a guy named Don Matthews.
Okay.
Don, we were just laughing. I was with a wide receiver from the CFL days, and we're laughing about Don. It's like Don's go-to line was, the thicker my wallet, the better looking I get.
Fact.
Right?
Yeah.
This is your head coach.
Yeah.
He pulled in next to me. I had a Porsche at the time, and I park, and he pulls in this Corvette convertible, and he's got some young blonde in the passenger seat. I get out of the car. I'm starting to walk. He walks up next to me and goes, how cool am I? This is your head coach. So, but the group of guys, what Don did was like he had a knack. Guys wanted to play for him. So we had a talented team. and he would just let go of the reins and let you go and do your thing. And he was great at deflecting the pressure and all that, putting it on. He was the all-time winningest coach in CFL history.
And you played for some legendary coaches, right?
Yeah, I played Belichick in New England at the end of my career, Ditka here. Tom Coughlin was my offensive coordinator back in college days, and Tom and I are very close. But it was so much fun to play in an atmosphere. It really felt like we were just having fun, you know.
Yeah.
The stress. I spent 2 years in Toronto. We won 2 Grey Cups and just lit it up and did all this stuff. And it was the guys on the team. Mike Pinball Clemens.
Great nickname.
Pinball was Barry Sanders in a smaller package. He was a light little guy, just making people. He jumped, stop, and cut, and great punt returner. Caught the ball out of the backfield he had 120 catches one season. Pinball was awesome.
Yeah.
What was Coughlin time, which is like the famous thing, if you're not 15 minutes early or late? Was that a thing at BC?
That was the greatest thing in my career that ever happened for me was that I had a head coach in college, Jack Bicknell, who was similar to Don.
Okay.
Not personality-wise, but as far as letting me go and letting me play. And then I had Tom Coughlin as my offensive coordinator. I was the most disciplined. I got more done. I was a straight A. I got great grades, all that, because he's like, you're getting your courses done before noon, grab lunch, you're in here with me. And this is the way this is. So my school, everything, if I was slacking it, he got on me. He was meticulous. And then on game day, Tom's upstairs and I'm dealing with Jack, and it was like being on vacation, just having fun.
Yeah.
So Tom was Tom back then. Technical Tom, we called him at that time.
Do you get back there much to BC?
I'm around a couple of times a year. Now I'm living in Florida, so it's a little tougher, but I'm up there, and I keep in touch. A lot of the Patriots staff people, Bears from the front line. There's some Patriots people there now.
Yeah,
with Bill O'Brien.
Yeah. What do you make of? Well, first of all, how much money would you have made if?
Oh God, and I finished third in the Heisman my junior year.
Yeah. So then you came back,
right? And then you would have been a total free agent.
Yeah.
And I mean, coming out of high school, he would have said, "Pay you, get out. Come
right.
here, kid, carry the water." Right. Because when I got to BC, there were like 7 quarterbacks ahead of me, and I was much smaller. The whole thing. Yeah. But the NIL, my goodness, college football is broken because the kids are going to this delaying the clock and going to junior college. Like high school kids are out of it. They're out of the loop now. Yeah. They're not even offered.
Yeah.
They got to go prove themselves somewhere before they. I really don't like it. It's the haves and have-nots.
Yeah. So you don't see yourself because we're buddies with Tom Waddle here. Another BC guy. So I was wondering if you guys would put together some kind of program to get BC. Like, is there like an appetite to get you guys involved?
There's not.
No.
But this is my this. I said this year, and I forget what the interview was, and I'm sure BC people will be annoyed with me over it. It's like BC had a horrible year last year. I think they won 2 games or something, right? It's not worth it to me to put millions of dollars into the Boston College football program so they can go 7-4 or 7-5.
Yeah.
That's not where it's like I don't care that much. I love going to BC. Mm-hmm. I love being around the campus. I love being around the students. I love being around the basketball and watching hockey and I enjoy watching the football and I cheer like crazy for them. But we're not going to win a national championship. Even if we were, it's like the Texas oil guy lives for winning that national championship. The Alabama guy, they live for that. Yeah. That's their lives. It's like, how much, where do I sign in their head? We don't think that way. It's like, we love our college. We love our teams. But
so what level of success would you be like, that's awesome for BC?
Just 7-5.
Being a bowl team.
Be a bowl team. Be competitive. Have one big upset a year. One good. Go beat Florida State. Go beat Clemson one year. Even when we've had mediocre teams, we've played. Especially for some reason, Clemson. Boston College always played Clemson.
Yeah.
Always played them tough, and that's all. Just put a good competitive team on the field and go see what happens. And then all of a sudden you get the Matt Ryans of the world or someone that come in there and then you have an unbelievable year.
Yeah.
Great. But, to me, it's college football. What does that have to do with, number one, the kids being paid? Because now kids, there's no affiliation between football and the school.
Yeah, it's a separate.
It's a separate end. Miami. Beck.
Yeah.
Said, I haven't been to class in 2 years. I graduated 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then what happened to Aikman with UCLA? He's like,
right. You pay, you put some money up. The kid comes and the kid plays 5 games here, and then he's
leaves.
going
out.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
But that hopefully will be rectified with soon, right?
Yeah, it feels like this Wild West can't go on forever.
The only answer is something like the UFL, something like the USFL. There's a league out there. Okay, there's a league over here as an option. Okay, other than that, if you want to come play college football, we're signing a 4-year deal from the school to the kid to the school. You're here for 4 years. If you leave or if something comes up, your eligibility's done. You play 4 years for us, or we keep no running the kids off and no leaving.
Yeah, so make it a
it's a
development league.
Now, if you're not interested in a college education, go over there and play for $100,000, $200,000 in this other league that's a minor league, and
Like
you
a
play
G
football,
league.
right? If you want to play football over there. If you want to go to school, come here. And the other thing is, if you're paying these kids millions of dollars and coming, Miami, whoever, it's like football's first.
Yeah.
Screw now. If you want to take some classes and go to school, go ahead. But that's on your time, kid. I'm paying you to play football.
You're a full-time athlete.
And you're a full. That's what it is. I mean, if you're paying them that kind of money.
Well, now I've been reading stories too. What we're getting into is some of these guys are getting paid so much, and then not everyone makes it in the NFL.
Yeah.
Then what do? You've already set this bar to make this much money.
How
Then
do you
what are you
maintain
qualified to
that
do to keep that
lifestyle?
income?
Yeah.
Right. And they're not taking this education serious because they're making that money at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And but the converse, the opposite side of that is they're coming out of college with a nest egg, with something set. If they're smart enough, it's a great start. And they try to stay in, some of the kids that aren't going to be NFL guys stay in college, even if you're talking a couple $100,000, or if you can put, can you imagine coming out of college with $400,000 in the bank and a head start?
Be awesome. Yeah.
So,
but it feels like then there might be some room because I root for Northwestern as a local team. We become close with their program for the BCs and Northwesterns to just be really solid in the midst of this storm. You know?
Well, the answer I think is, and I hate it, the whole conference realignment, all that.
Me too.
I love regional rivalry.
Yeah.
We played Penn State and Pittsburgh and Syracuse every year, and it was always the Northeast thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then Oklahoma, Texas, whatever.
Yeah.
I loved all that, and the point I was getting to is, okay, you got your SEC and maybe your West Coast Pac-12 teams or whatever, but also have a conference over here of your Northwesterns, BCs, your Syracuse, take your conference and let's just focus on us regionally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think, and I'm a big soccer fan, so you look at like the promotion relegation. It's like, well, maybe that would even work for college football. Like have a pyramid where it's like you have the top 40, and if you finish in the bottom 5, and then you're out, and then the next year, the Northwesterns come up or something.
And then the Miami of Ohio's pay kids 1 year and win a national championship. It's like Indiana wins a national championship in football.
Yeah.
Pay the kids. They're 28 years old. They're 46-year-old wide receiver. I don't know. That's the other part that bothers me. You can go buy a championship and you buy older kids.
Yeah.
It's like college football to me was 18 to 22-year-old kids. They're just getting going now at 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which game do you find yourself enjoying more, or is it none of them? Or are you just surfing with the Sharks now? What do you enjoy in the NFL game or the college game?
I love playoff hockey.
Nice.
Okay.
Coming
There we
up.
go.
Let's go.
I'm a Bruins guy.
They made it.
Yeah, they made it. They tried to lose every game and get out. They all wanted to go play golf, so they lost their last 5 games. But unfortunately, other teams lost, and we got to keep going.
Detroit lost. Columbus lost. Yeah.
We got in.
Yeah.
I love watching the Red Sox. We're Boston area people. So now I'm down in Florida, being a kid and surfing in the morning, playing golf.
Being Jimmy Buffett, like we said. Yeah.
Living on Jimmy Buffett at Memorial Highway.
Yeah.
And then at night, once the sun goes down, there's nothing to do, and the Red Sox are on, and we sit and watch the Red Sox.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's quite the life.
It's
Sitting in the sun.
And then once in a while, I got to jump on a plane and go to be me, or like this has been a little whirlwind thing. But
do you ever get sick of that? Where you have to, air
Yeah,
quotes.
a
be
little.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've kind of had enough of airports, but it allows me to have my lifestyle and do
Yeah.
the other stuff. So
Yeah.
And I saw, what'd you think of an SNL spoof, do you? Is it with the eugenics?
oh, that's awesome. Hey, if they're making fun of you, something's good.
Yeah.
That was great. We were, Frank Thomas was all upset about it. When that first happened.
Really?
He was like thinking it's like the Mike. I can't think of Mike's last name right now. But he was like, no, any publicity is great publicity. This is awesome.
yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, this is big. This is good. That's fine. We do. Way back. I mean, I started out with Instaflex 20 years ago, and then they did this Nugenics on this side and became Instaflex towards the women, geared to Nugenics towards men, and I came over to the Nugenics side, and Frank was like, at the end of a take or something, he just goes and winks at the camera and says, she'll like it too. And the client's like, oh, I love that. Let's do that. Can we do that? And now it's a running joke. There was one we just filmed, well, it was over a year ago now, but we're in the pro shop and girl comes up, did someone lose their driver? And all the innuendos are flying. So between takes, it's just joke after joke after joke. Yeah, got a whippy shaft. Oh God.
Well, it's just funny because those commercials are legendary here because Frank is so legendary here.
Yeah.
So, I always associate Nugenics with Frank Thomas, but
Same.
obviously you're involved too.
Frank's awesome. We have a lot of fun doing the commercials.
Yeah, we still haven't had any luck breaking him into this office. What could we do? How can
I don't.
How
He's
do we
big.
set an
He's
olive
big time.
branch?
Frank's big time.
He is big time.
Frank's, but he's got a $1 million smile, and he
Great nickname.
hurt. Big
Yeah,
hurt.
the big hurt.
He's he's done well. It's shoot. He's my cash cow. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
It's got. I mean, there's only a handful of people that I feel like, long after their career, they're still relevant enough to do all these commercials, and it's like you and Gretzky and Frank Thomas and
I say it all the time. I'm 106 years old, and I'm still doing a national commercial. Yeah, it's just
yeah.
thank God. I did TV for 20 years after football.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So my face was still out there, but.
Were you studio or did you go to games? Were you calling games?
Little both.
Okay.
I started out with ESPN doing games and studio, and if you're with ESPN, you're doing games, studio, podcast, online. You go through the car wash out there. But then I ended up with NBC. Started out in studio doing all Notre Dame, all their college football, whatever. Eventually moved into the booth and did Notre Dame football for 4 or 5 years, and then COVID hit, and I know I'm in Chicago, more of a liberal city, but I refuse to get vaccinated. My son has autism because of vaccinations, and I firmly believe that, and you'll never prove otherwise to me. And I've studied vaccinations for over 30 years now, so I'm not getting vaccinated if not necessary.
So
move to Florida.
So apparently you don't know how to talk on TV if you're not vaccinated. So I said, okay, screw it, I'm retired. Move to Florida.
Did you enjoy the in-studio stuff or the calling games more? Because obviously there's more travel involved in that.
I love doing games because I felt like a quarterback.
Got it.
You're reading coverage, the ball goes here, timing was late, you cut that route short, blah, blah, blah. But it is a lot of prep. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of film watching and learning a two deep of the college kids that are rotating rosters every year.
Yeah. So I see Brady, and I know college is different than that. If I see it, I'm like, how does he want to do this?
I see Drew Brees took over what I was doing. And I said that Drew's got 4 kids that are playing high school ball and everything. Like, you're going to want to be there.
Yeah.
He did it for a year, and then he I want to go be with the kids. I think he went back to it though. But Tom, it's like Tom. Tom is different. He's built differently.
Yeah.
He's always looking to the next thing. What's the next big thing? I'm going to do this, and he's a workaholic type.
Yeah.
Where I always thought there was a finish line. Once I did this, I did it. I made it. Okay, I can relax. I'm going to retire. I retire from football. I'm done. I did it. I played 21 years of pro football.
A long career.
All this.
Oh, yeah.
No, there's no finish line. you keep going. You have to. It just you can go sit at your house for 6 months and you're going to be like, sun came up.
A little bored. Yeah.
Oh, whatever. You got to keep pushing, and it's something. Being around Tom at the end of my career, I think, motivated me again to try to kickstart or just keep going. It's
Do something.
there is no finish line.
Was he kind of robotic as a teammate, or is he one of the guys? What was the dynamic like with him in the locker room?
He was he's a serious guy. He's buttoned up. He's one of the guys for sure. No, here's the difference between me and Tom. We would have to be there first thing in the morning. We get a workout in, grab breakfast, and be in our first meeting by 7:45. So we're there early, 6:30, whatever it was. I roll out of bed just in time, throw on my sweats, no shoes, and get to the locker room because I'm going to get changed to work out. Right?
Yep.
Tom walks in, buttoned up. He's got the designer jeans, the shoes, the top, the pashmina, he's buttoned up, and that's just
It's Hollywood.
Yeah. So I don't know. Tom was definitely one of the guys. Tom, I always say he made everyone on the team feel like they were the reason we were winning. Like the guy in the training room getting taped that's on scout team.
Yeah.
Hey, you gave us a great look yesterday. I need you to do this. Can you get a little more physical, a little more press, a little inside technique, whatever it might be. I recommended a play, and I've told this story a bunch, but I recommended a play. Like we were watching film. I said, oh, they can't run that coverage. We should do this. And then all of a sudden in the game, in the middle of 2 minutes, Tom's in that area of the field and makes the call, bang, throws a touchdown pass.
Mm-hmm.
He came straight to me on the sideline, goes, that's your touchdown. And I'm like, bullshit. You've already won.
Yeah.
You've already won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
You knew,
Yeah.
you knew, but he did that.
Yeah.
That's good.
He's a
Good leader.
Great leader.
Yeah.
Great leader and works harder than anybody.
That's awesome. Well, Doug, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, it was great to
appreciate
meet you.
coming in.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Anything else you want to?
Flutie Flakes are going to relaunch this.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
We're going to do a special. Alex come back out with it on the new stadium in Buffalo is opening up and all that. So they were talking about
very
it.
cool.
So that's going to be a new thing.
Awesome. Go get your Flutie Flakes.
Flutie Flakes back.
4.5, close to 5 million boxes sold.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's awesome.
And it's all for the Flutie Foundation.
Awesome. Appreciate you, Doug.
Great.
Thanks so
All right.
much, man.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome. A lot of fun.
All right, so that was Doug Flutie. Thanks again for coming on to the show. Other notes here, just quickly. I don't know. World Cup's over. Any final thoughts?
That game sucked.
Yeah, Spain's
Sucked.
just so good.
Yeah.
They just fucking dominate. And that Argentina, people are like, oh, Argentina played dirty and stuff. They didn't. That was the only way they were going to win, was to steal it somehow.
Yeah. The most dirty things happened after the game.
Yeah.
They punched a guy, hit another guy in the throat. So, like, they are kind of like scumbags. But, like, I could understand getting frustrated not having a shot on goal for 120
Insane.
minutes. Fucking crazy. Also, I know England's already said that they're bringing back Tuchel. Watching Spain just dominate them for that long and having England up 1-0 be like, we're going full defensive, and that's what killed them. They have to fire that manager because England was better than Argentina, and that would have been a much better, more entertaining, more eyeballs final.
I think so.
Spain,
yeah.
ain't
But it did get to the point where Spain just couldn't find the back of the net. Where you're like, the longer this goes, I think Argentina might just.
They almost tied it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, but I thought it was a good tournament overall. It was a lot of fun, but I'm kind of ready for.
Are you
American football now?
Are you a football fan now?
No.
Absolutely not.
I'm not like anti. Like I recognize like how popular it is and everything.
Yeah.
And it's just not my favorite thing.
Yeah.
But I did have fun. I did like it.
Yeah.
It was fun to gamble on. Like
having sports on during the day too. It's just
and it was a
That
nice
is true.
bridge. It was something to
Yeah.
talk about.
For
yeah,
sure.
we kind of got lucky this year with the Olympics, with the hockey.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
when
so many
February
sports.
is normally dead, and then the summer.
No, it's
when
great
just
for the
baseball.
summer.
Yeah, so it was great. I loved it. I wish we were better, but we just suck. But other than that, it was a good tournament.
We could be good.
Last notes here. Bulls end summer league going 1-4.
Who cares?
Yeah, whatever.
Stanley, who cares?
Caleb is awesome.
It only matters if they win summer league.
Yeah, I mean, if they win, I'd be like, oh, man, this team's so fucking good. Summer League is like a choose-your-own-adventure proposition, always.
I watched I watched highlights on Twitter.
Yeah.
And that was
People
fun.
already like mad at Dalen Swain though. I don't know if
Yeah,
you've seen
Mikey
that.
Betts.
You were kind of mad at him. You're like, he kind of sucks.
Well, no, I didn't say that. I said he had a bad opening game. Like,
Yeah, Mikey
like,
Betts called him a pussy, I think. Or,
Yeah. No, I mean, but
and he
he's
called him a bust.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's playing. He had the ball. He's bringing the ball a lot, and then Jalen Sellers is not necessarily like a pass first guard. He's more of a shoot first guard. So it's going to be a little different with Giddey and Trey Jones. So he's fine.
They did enough this summer to get me to watch in October.
Nice.
So
That's good.
Yeah.
And then this will be more next week, but rookies report on Saturday for the Bears. Whole team reports next Tuesday. So next
Thank
week,
God.
11 days away, I believe.
we can get into
I
that's
thought I saw the 31st.
that's like 8,
Okay.
right? Regardless,
I haven't even thought about the Bears baseball. It's been so fun this summer. There hasn't been
Baseball?
any storylines. Yeah. Baseball's been so great. I haven't thought about the Bears.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, we'll get into position battles, what we're excited for, what to expect, all the Bear stuff next week. Besides that, that's all I've got, unless if anyone has anything else.
No.
No.
All right,
I'm
that's the
excited for the
show.
deadline.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. Also, guys, one more time. Jason Statham stars in Mutiny. It's Die Hard on a Boat, from the director of Plane, from the star of The Beekeeper, The Meg, and The Expendables, a one-man army. Expose an international conspiracy. They uncover a human trafficking ring from one of the most defining action stars of the last 25 years. Go see Mutiny with Jason Statham. I can't wait, guys.
It's going to be a good one.
You know me. I got
Blockbuster this summer.
I got the movie pass, so I'll be there checking out Mutiny. Only in theaters August 21st. So in the midst of watching the White Sox, watching the Cubs, preseason will be underway for the Bears at that time too, August 21st. Make sure you pop into the theaters and go see Mutiny. One more time, Jason Statham. It's Die Hard on a Boat. What more can you ask for? Go check out Mutiny, only in theaters August 21st. All right, everybody. That's the show for today. See you guys next week.